it's Thanksgiving Day. We're trying to drive the Rambler to family Thanksgiving. I do not care about the traffic. We're rocking and rolling. The pacer brakes are installed. Trying to get some lines on it and the master cylinder on it. If I can get the brakes working, we're then going to tackle fuel system and everything else.
And we have help. It's Patrick.
Need. So the line nut is stuck, so I'm just going to thread the line onto it this way. I don't have time for all these shenanigans. Nor do I have time to go get a line wrench. It's Thanksgiving. All I got time to do is eat. That works just fine. Never mind the fact that the brake line won't actually fit in the little fitting like it goes. That'll be okay. We'll fix all this never.
We'll fix it on the side of the road in a parking lot.
It is arguable if we do our best work.
Your washer fell back there.
Yeah. Where did it go?
Right there by the jack.
Oh, good Lord. This is the longest banjo bolt known to man. Okay, well this is just gonna have to be twisted a little, I guess.
You're making a mess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna see if the lines will break loose on the master cylinder, because that's gonna be the next thing that's gonna screw me if it doesn't. Yes, I know I don't have a line wrench. Ooh. Yeah, it's gonna require some penetrating oil. Okay, so that one broke. Is that the front or the rear? God almighty, it was the front. Okay, well. Broken. Are we willing to make brake hoses today?
What do you think?
Was our master cylinder even right? I don't even check our master cylinder.
You gonna attempt to break this one off?
I mean, as long as I don't break the other two lines in the T, I don't really care. Because this line's already broke.
Yes.
I foresee having to redo all of this. Yeah. I gotta have something to hold the T with.
Would have my hands back there to help you, but I don't think I can get mine back there to help you.
I don't think so. I gotta get a half-inch wrench. I'm very, very close to abandoning this.
Ew, there was a rat.
Where?
It came out of there and went
That's
in,
not surprising at
down in there somewhere. That probably isn't helping you like rust issue.
all. No, I'm sure it isn't.
But then-
Oh, the choke is completely closed. That's okay. Let's get this down low.
What? Oh.
Okay, go again. Again.
What?
What's on there?
Yeah?
Car's narrow.
Yeah, it is. Not as narrow as the S10 though.
I was trying to see if I can make the battery charge. It might have been trying to charge in because it ran for a second after I left it.
Think rats chewed my firewall.
I don't think the rats chew your firewall.
Well, they probably didn't help it. They're making it. It came right out of that hole right there.
Oh yeah.
Probably making it bigger. Little turds. Does this thing have windshield wipers?
It's got an electric wiper motor, so it should. Will it work? Lord, if I know. Yep, leave me the carburetor. That's your department. I don't have my flashlight. The radiator's crusty and full of trash.
This is a Holley 4150 with vacuum secondary. Here I am taking the carburetor apart. Daniel did help me with bits and pieces of this. This is my first time tearing apart a Holley, but for the most part it wasn't too bad, just a lot of tedious work that you have to pay attention to. While Daniel was working on the brakes and all that, I came over here and started tearing apart the carburetor. So the most interesting thing that we found was the floats over here. So this one is pretty normal, nothing weird going on. And then this one, we have no idea what happened here. It looked smashed, smushed, collapsed. So that was not gonna work. Now we're trying to find replacement plastic floats, more modern instead of these brass guys. But while we're doing that, we've got all of our parts soaking in here. That way they will be ready and clean to put back together. Anything you have to add?
Did you show the float?
Yeah.
I'm just curious what your guys' opinion is. The brass, I hate brass floats. The ethanol eats it. The Rolls Royces, we change the brass floats all the time. I don't know, I don't like brass floats. Do y'all like the black plastic ones? Or the like brown or white plastic ones? I'm just curious. I know the ethanol doesn't really like seem to bother the plastic ones. For some reason, I don't know what happened here. I've never seen a brass float like implode. But either way, it didn't work. I put the black plastic ones in the Rolls Royce because that's what they make for them. They don't make the like hollow plastic ones. So I'm not sure which ones are like better for longevity. So if y'all know, let me know. Got our new master cylinder and a new pressure switch and a new line I made. We're gonna get all that put on and see if we can get the brakes bled. Brittany is still working on the carb over there, blowing out jets and such. Well, that hole doesn't go anywhere, so you gotta miss it. Well, I finally took this apart and removed the little spring clip that was being a massive pain. Let's try this again.
Now that all of our parts are clean from soaking and then from scraping all the gasket surfaces, it's time to put this Holly back together. Daniel had to help me with a lot of this because just because I took it apart doesn't mean that I know how to put it back together. I'm still learning. So Daniel let me do some of the work and supervise. And then there's some of it that he just did on his own because he wanted to make sure that it was correct so we didn't have to tear back into the carburetor and do this all over again.
So I'm trying to fix this brake shenanigan. I got the master cylinder off, got the pedal rod freed up, and there's the new master cylinder. And this is the line that broke on Thanksgiving Day that I said screw this, because I didn't have any line to make one or anything to use. This is just extremely rusted and not good. So I have a new piece of line. I'm going to bend it and flare it, install the master cylinder, and see if we can get brakes on this thing. So I am installing a new ignition switch. The little plastic piece in our old one where the lock cylinder goes in, it's broken, so the key switch doesn't actually do anything. So I found this one on eBay. So we're gonna install it. Working in here under the dash. Absolutely horrible. I love that the new one didn't come with like nuts either. You'd have to like get in here and hold this plate for me, because I normally just hold it with my mouth, but there's so many wires here. There's like 6 wires on this one terminal.
Jeez.
Yeah, you're gonna hold this light.
This is where we probably should have took the dash out. It would have made this a lot easier than being a contortionist, but we didn't have time for that, so.
I actually think on this particular car, I think this like trim piece right here comes out. Whatever. This lock cylinder does not really fit our key switch. The little hole right here didn't line up perfectly, so I just cut it out. We're gonna see if this works Otherwise, I don't know what to do because I can't get a lock cylinder for this thing. That might actually work. And it works. I just don't know like for how long.
What about the Pacer ones? Are they the same?
No. That works. You just got to be very, very gentle with it. Yep. It works. Alright, let's hook the little boat tank up and see if our carburetor works. So we're gonna fill our carb with gas and see how this goes. The last time it just waterfalled gas everywhere, so we'll see.
You're testing out my rebuild.
So far, so good. Yep, it don't waterfall gas anymore. I need to hook up this vacuum line because it's left off. We got one other vacuum line I gotta hook up here. The choke heater one. We didn't put back. Put this here. I want it somewhere where it can steady feed fuel. That works. Okay. I'm just gonna hook this little choke heater doolally up. That is not the choke heater hose. I don't know what this is or where it came from. This choke heater hose. This old curly Q vent thing. Leave the pump on so we can check real good for leaks. No, that doesn't need to be any tighter than that. I'm gonna run this for just a second. As long as it runs okay, we're gonna put water in it and see if the water pump leaks.
Well, you kind of like warned me before you did that.
I didn't mean to. Oh, the brake booster is phenomenal. Our fuel pipe's not on anymore. I wanted to see if the brakes actually worked. I've installed a digital fuel pump, and now I'm gonna wire it to the battery. For now, we'll put it on a relay later. This roll of green chicken house wire is proven to be worth its weight in gold. I bought this roll of wire at the swap meet years ago, and I have wired so much car stuff with it. And everybody's fussed at me and said, "That is that automotive wire. It's stranded wire." It's good enough for a chicken house. It's good enough to run this fuel pump. I've wired tons of stuff with this, and I have not had anything fail because of this wire. Had a lot of other stuff fail. None of it because of that wire. So, if you don't like it, sponsor me. Buy me some real wire. Buy me a cabinet of it. I'll make the multicolored pretty wire loom for y'all. And not wire entire cars in green chicken house wire.
On a random side note, check out the under rust proofing. So Rambler did say in their like brochure, that was in the last video, that they did rust proofing, and you can tell it.
Except for the edges.
Yeah, except for the edges over here. We'll have to go back at some point in time and fix. So that's kind of bad. And you fall along the channel right there. There's another bad spot. There is the other one. There's another spot.
The driver's side's not too bad.
The driver's side has a hole in it.
It's got that one hole in the floor, but the rest of it's not bad.
Yeah, there's the hole that we gotta fix there.
We fixed cars that were way worse. We've sold cars that were way worse without fixing them.
Yeah, this is actually in pretty good shape. The back here looks good. Check out the exhaust, how it just zooms around, our muffler.
Yeah, not a fan of that.
And then the drive shaft is in this fun protective piece, which looks like a lot of work to get out.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that either.
Leaky transmission, nothing new there. More of the underside. Leaky water pump, we're gonna have to address that. It's just dripping.
We got our rebuild kit.
Yeah, we did pick up a rebuild kit in Daytona. I forgot what the dude's name is, but we got a couple of different rebuild kits for the Cadillac over the years from him. I think it's Cowboy John's is his name.
Somebody yell at me for this. Just do it. The next thing we're going to address is the fuel filler neck. There's also a very real possibility that I'm just going to get a funnel and a hose and put gas in it for now. Because I did that when we first got the car. So it's got some gas in it. I don't know how much. But we're about to see what comes out of this tank. The pump is running. And I need more gas. And that filter is leaking also, which doesn't matter because I have another one. That's actually not as bad as I expected. It's a little brown, but it's not super trashy. Okay, I can live with that. Our filler neck is broken, and I don't have any hose that size, but I got a motorcycle inner tube. We're gonna connect it with this. We ain't gonna leave it like that, but we're gonna connect it with this for the time being. So I can pour gas in this and it won't be like all evaporating out. Never mind the water pump that's like actively pouring on the ground. Maybe that'll slow down when I start the car. Trying to slice this off of here, but it is not happening. Come on. Oh, I got some of it.
Oh yeah, I can totally like hear the like water pump leaking.
Yeah.
It sounds like the kitty's water fountain.
Yeah. It wasn't that bad. It seems to be getting worse.
Yeah.
There is always the, like, it might get better when we run the car. It might also not. My hose cutters don't want to cut my inner tube. I want to clean that stupid slime out. About yay long. At least now I don't feel bad about this inner tube that, like, I tore up putting in and never even got to use. Actually, this ain't that one. It's about
Size comparison.
It's about near perfect. I gotta get this slime out though. Look at that fitment, like it was made for it. Alright. Bet it don't even need a clamp to not leak. I don't think it'll leak. Do you?
No. Wow.
See what comes through there. Come on.
3 hours later.
Let me,
It's electric.
Oh, the carb bowl was already full. That's why it didn't come out. Look at it go. Just look at it. That's actually clean-ish.
Yeah. It's cleaning up pretty quick.
Beautiful. I'm not upset about that at all. I'll take this back up and we'll run her for a minute. I'll run it for a minute and tap around on some stuff and see if I can make that alternator start charging.
The, like, plate thing? Yeah.
All I did was tap around with all this stuff.
Sure.
This is our first time down the road in this car. It's our first time around the yard in this car, for that matter. Aside from like when it didn't have brakes. Alright. First gear works. I knew that worked. There's second. Speedometer works. Transmission has 1 gear or 2 gears. We don't have a third, or I don't know if it has 2 gears or 3 gears. We gotta get the rear brakes working too.
You should like go down just right there and take the pictures.
Down where? You mean go down the road?
Yeah, just this one.
Down the dirt road? Or down the
That road.
Big dip. This thing rides incredibly good. Those are big dips.
Yeah.
Is it bad that this might ride better than the Cadillac?
I don't know, that is pretty interesting.
This road is rough.
Yeah, it doesn't even feel that bad.
No. I went right through those holes.
Yeah.
front. You want me like sideways?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Like this?
Yeah. Will that thing tilt down any?
If you crawl back there and tilt it down. Sparknock City. It pulls decently hard though. I can't get over how good it rides to these holes.
Yeah.
Well, we're just sitting here idling fine. Water pump probably leaking. Well, actually, it doesn't seem to leak when you're stopped. It only seems to, only seems to leak when the engine's not running. Interesting. So we just keeps it running forever and then we won't have any issues. Oh, I think I had this in second gear.
That's a roll down.
Yeah. I really want to go to wide open throttle, but I didn't You got to get on the brakes pretty hard to stop, but that's because we don't have the rears working. Yeah, I'll stop here and we'll swap. Yeah, you really got to like put it in neutral to come to a complete stop.
So it does pretty well. I actually think it's better than the Cadillac. I don't regret selling the Cadillac to keep this one bit. It does all the things better, which is really weird because you expect Cadillac to be like the top tier. So I'm glad that I sold it. And then other than the brakes and giving it 280 beans, it's good. So gonna have to get used to, for the moment, like no brakes. It's kind of weird, but. And no pedal travel, like the Cadillac pedal travel is so far, and this one is like very short. But I think once all that gets ironed out, it'll be like much better. Today my plan is to clean up the interior as best as I can. Definitely going to get rid of this rust and see what we're working with. We do have new carpet. I'm not sure if today I'm going to be messing with the front seats and taking the seats out. I guess it just depends on how it goes. The bolts look pretty rusty, so I don't know. I may need Daniel's help with that. I did put WD-40 on these Saturday, so maybe those will come out. But I'd really like to just get the seats out so that I can go ahead and rip this carpet out. I think that's the majority of the smell. I mean, there's not really much carpet on the door panels other than the bottom, but this carpet just looks really gross. It still smells like cat poop in here. Even though I ran the ozone thing, the carpet's just holding in that smell. I think the sooner that I get rid of it, the better that I'll be. But we'll see. I got this side carpet removed and mostly vacuumed, and I went ahead and got that bolt out. And this one is now loose and the other two are loose. So I'm gonna finish taking those out. I gotta vacuum this side. But hopefully once I do that, the seats will be able to tilt. We'll be able to tilt, and maybe I can tear some carpet out. Also went ahead and took out the kick plate seal plates. I was working on this one, but there's one screw in there I just can't get out because it's rusted. So I'm gonna have Daniel help me with that one. And those two on the bottom piece over there are also super rusted. The front two seats are unbolted now. And then Daniel helped me slide the back seats up so I can get to these two bolts, and then the seats should be free. There. Alright, that one should be freed up. Let's see. This free. Whoops! Alright, that one is definitely free. Oh, sharp. Pick the object right there. Alright, let's see if that is enough. Do it with a small one that fits. So the problem was I don't have whatever drive this is short sockets. So I had to get a weird angle on there and tried to break it loose with this one, and then I switched to my smaller ratchet that actually fits in the hole. Alright, there's one. Have one more left on this side. I am so glad these are not like Cadillac seats. My Cadillac seats were awful to get. Okay. Woo! Freedom. Well, that felt good. Hopefully this next one doesn't put up too much of a fight. I don't know how I got the other one out, but I can't seem to figure out how to get this in there without hitting seat brackets. Maybe it's just a different angle. I have to go get a smaller one that'll actually fit in the hole. That one's out. One word. And number 2. Somebody has old man glasses. So now that both of the seats are out, I guess I'm going to move them out of the car and see see how far this carpet goes or where it breaks. I feel like it breaks under this seat, which means I'm going to have to figure out how to remove the seat that I'm sitting on. But one thing at a time. It took Daniel and I both to get just the front bench seat out of my Cadillac. Like, it was not a one-person job here. Like, just whatever, take the bucket seat out all by myself. It is really nice. The Cadillac seat was just ridiculous. Okay, that was an egg. That's really weird. Anyways, I was looking at the seat and I didn't know, typically most of the old seats we have, they just kind of like yank out of there. So I put my hand here and hand here and just kind of pulled towards me. I did the same thing over there and that popped out. And flip it over. So still looks pretty solid. There is a rat nest right there. It's pretty gross. That was one of the things I wanted to get rid of. Let's see if it'll pull out on this side. Oh, there we go. And out of there. Now I'm gonna get this out of the way and then vacuum all that. Up next is the seat belts, and that's the last thing before the carpet is fully out. Oops. Alright, I did forget to take that off, but I'd already got all the screws off. So let's see if we can get the seat belts out. That one was pretty random. It was not looking promising. Let's try this. Alrighty. Success! These seatbelts are my favorite. I haven't seen another old car yet. I'm sure there's some out there. But none that we've had have the emblem like that on the seatbelt. I just thought that was the coolest thing. Alright, one down. Let's see if this will go over here. Alright, that one's turning, so that's good news. It's almost out of there. This one is a fighter. There we go. And of course, it's stuck in a thing and crooked. Fabulous. All right, well, we got that one. Make sure to not disturb this very fragile wire that we got right there. That sucks. I'll be right back. I'm gonna see if I can so I can't get this out. I either need to go take a 7/8 out of Daniel's drawer or see if I can get this out. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go drop it on concrete first and see if that'll make it come out of there. Usually that's what Daniel does. So I'm gonna try that first instead of walking to the shop. I've returned with success. I got it out. Oops, sorry. Got it out of there by just dropping it on the concrete, thankfully. So no big deal. Now I'm gonna go do the next. So this one is super rounded off. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. The hole where the carpet is really big, and I think I may just try to feed the seatbelt through that for the moment, just so I can get the carpet out. So I'm going to try that. Move all this stuff out of the way. All right, so that worked pretty well. The biggest dump truck ever, just not ever, but it's a huge old dump truck. I just pulled up. It's a big boy. Oh. It's an interesting setup with a camper top. Floor is super solid back here. That makes me really happy. I'm gonna finish getting this out and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. Got all the seats and carpet removed. I got it vacuumed, and I am very pleased that there is no major rust back here in the passenger compartment. It's all pretty solid. The only rust issues that we have are up here in the driver floorboard and the passenger floorboard, and then over the transmission tunnel right there. So those are going to be areas that we will address and fix. But overall, this is in really great shape, especially compared to what we're used to. I'm going to try to get this cleaned up so that we can go back with maybe some rust reformer. And then on top of that, put some kill mat and then the carpet. So that's probably going to be the end of this video. I'm at a stopping point now where it needs to go back in the shop so that we can fix the rust and then put some rust reformer on it so that to prevent it from rusting again. And then also do the kill mat and then the carpet. So I'm pretty much, this is it for now. It does run, does drive, goes down the road. You guys saw that. And then it is on its way to getting cleaner. trying to think of what else. Oh, and this week's also a really short week for us because we are going to PRI in Indianapolis, Indiana, the end of this week. So we'll be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That'll probably be the next video that you guys will see. I'm not sure if we'll pair it with something else or if we'll just do a PRI video. But you guys will have to wait and see on that. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment. Thank you guys for checking us out, and we will see you on the next one.